Can you believe it? Only 2 months on the Rolex waitlist. What sorcery is this? If you haven't smashed that like or subscribe button yet, what's holding you back? Come on in. The water's fine. Join our watch-loving community today. Let's dive into a tale that's more surprising than finding a forgotten 20 in your jeans. In December of 2023, someone snagged our 40mm Explorer reference 22427 after just 2 short months on the waitlist. Yep, either luck was flirting with them or the stars were just showing off. Forking over $6,000 right before the holidays. Our wallets felt that sting sharper than a frosty morning as we unwrapped that iconic green box. While we've been busy living life away from our watch collections, Rolex and the luxury watch market have been ticking along, evolving without us. Lately, we've been tuning into a few watch dealer channels, and it seems like the big profit-flipping days are ticking down to their last minutes, which, frankly, isn't making us weep. We never planned on flipping our Explorer. We're more in the business of admiring than wheeling and dealing. But given the market's latest twists and turns, we had to pause and think about the timing of this new addition. For now, the Explorer is basically model eye candy in our collection, pretty to look at, but not yet making wrist appearances. Today's chat isn't just to show off, though. We're here to unpack the recent shifts we've noticed in 2024. Dive into the comments and share your Rolex experiences. Your stories might just help someone make a smarter, more timed decision. Our first rendezvous with the Explorer was back in 2019 when we tried on the 39mm 214270, a beauty that fit our 7-inch wrist like it was destiny. But forking over about $55,000 as a watch newbie? That felt more like highway robbery than a smart investment. Then the pandemic waltzed in, and Rolex prices didn't just climb, they practically strapped on a jetpack. Skipping that deal definitely a smack our foreheads moment. Time ticked on and we put our name down at an authorized dealer for the snazzy new 22427. It took forever, but it finally graced us with its presence. Now we're left wondering, was all that waiting actually worth it? If you've been keeping tabs on the Rolex Market Index, you'd have noticed the grey market hit its peak in March 2022. That was the cue for what dealers charmingly call a market adjustment, leading to a downhill ride for prices over the next year. The fall has since mellowed out, but prices are still on a gentle slide, except for the stainless steel professional models and every Daytona, which are still priced like they're made of unicorn horns. We're not Rolex wizards, but it looks like the cost of living crisis may have nudged quite a few to cash in their shiny timepieces for some much-needed dough. Plus, with production kicking back into high gear post-pandemic, the market's been flooded. Our authorized dealer let slip that after reopening, they could barely keep up. It seems everyone was desperate to sport the iconic 5-pointed crown. If you've got some insider knowledge or a hot take, why not share it in the comments? From the looks of it, now might just be the perfect time to snag a Rolex, not just on the grey market, but directly from the stores. And regardless of the secretive murmurs from sales reps, it seems everything's up for grabs, if you happen to be in the right place at the right time. Before we move on, why not join the opulent Oasis crew? Subscribe for fresh cutting-edge updates. Let's get back to it. After I dropped my review on the Explorer, my buddy from across the pond, let's call him M, rang us up, all jazzed about the 36mm 12427 Explorer. M's always been a watch guy, albeit not the kind to keep a treasure trove. He's got a few tags stashed away, which we forgive him for, and being rather slender, he steers clear of watches that could double as dinner plates. Coming from humble beginnings, just like us, he's climbed his way up to a comfortable spot in life. Recently, he figured it was time to treat himself, though the thought of stepping into an authorized dealer gave him the jitters. We had a proper natter about it, where I advised him to treat the visit like an informal job interview for a position that doesn't exist. Just be himself, be honest about what he's after, and if the AD is any good, they'll roll out the red carpet, let him try on some timepieces, and happily take down his preferences. I pointed out that the 36mm isn't everyone's first choice, so he might face less competition. I also suggested he give them a ring first, because turning up only to be turned away is no one's idea of fun. M later shared that the AD was all charm and smiles, making him feel right at home on his first go. They even had the bimetal 36mm Explorer 124273 on hand. It was a perfect fit, but the gold, too flashy for M's taste, so he passed. Then they casually floated a discount his way on his first visit. That's like hitting the jackpot without even dropping a coin. In the meantime, M nabbed a mint condition, discontinued 36mm Omega Seamaster Professional, which he absolutely fell for. He was still in the throes of new watch bliss when the Rolex AD called to announce his Explorer was in and ready. Now M's strutting with 2 killer additions to his watch lineup, cheekily blaming us for the sudden dips in his wallet. He's been rocking that Explorer daily, unlike yours truly, and as a nod to my sage advice, he sent over a wee thank you gift. M, if you're watching, hats off on your first Rolex grab. We're betting it's just the start. Given Rolex's frown upon AD's slashing prices, we're keeping mum on the dealer's details, as M's already plotting his next horological conquest. Now you might think M's choice was a fluke, picking an entry-level Rolex that isn't exactly the belle of the ball. But here's the twist. Only waiting 2 months to get his hands on any Rolex is practically unheard of, or so we thought. Turns out many of you have been flooding our inbox with tales of your own quick Rolex wins, which has us questioning our allegiance to our regular authorized dealer. Maybe it's time to play the field a bit and see if our watch game can score some faster wins elsewhere. When M first sauntered into the authorized dealer, we half-joked that the grey market might be his plan B, given the infamous 2-year waiting game for a Rolex. With Rolex prices rocketing up faster than a cat chasing a laser pointer, looking at the secondary market seemed like a no-brainer, especially since the Explorer was pretty much at list price. Luckily, M didn't take a bite of that grey market apple, but we're keeping it in our peripheral vision. Our patience is wearing as thin as supermarket brand toilet paper, waiting for the Submariner 12460, especially after surviving 3 price hikes from Rolex. And as for the grey market prices, they're dipping lower. Watch out. They might just seduce the wallet right out of our pocket before the authorized dealer even gets a chance. So, what's the strategy for us regular folks aiming to snag a Rolex in 2024? While nothing's written in stone, it looks like those entry-level Explorers, Air Kings and Oyster Perpetuals might just get us ticking in less than a season. Seems the stainless steel stunners could be the fast lane in the Rolex race. Professional models are the marathon runners of the watch world, but you might want to bypass the authorized dealer for any precious metal or bimetal Submariners or GMTs. Why? Their retail price tags are puffing up faster than popcorn at the movies, compared to the more grounded prices you'll find on the grey market. And if you're setting your sights on a GMT Pepsi or a Daytona, brace yourself. The grey market might just be your only hope. Finding one at an authorized dealer is like trying to get a concert ticket at face value. Good luck. We're not exactly the Rolex encyclopedia, far from it, so we're all about soaking up your tales and tips. Drop your experiences and pearls of wisdom in the comments. We're here to learn together. It's a shot in the dark, but hey, nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe to Opulent Oasis for more watch wisdom and adventures. We'll catch you on the next wave of our video series.